Well, we're continuing on shopping today with coins. So I've got 2 hours of new and exciting items, and I'm really glad that you've joined me today. We're going to jump in and introduce our special guest, Mike Mezek. Come on out here, Mr. Mike. Mike is our resident numismatist, and you know, our last guest with Blendtec was like, "Oh, you have a coin show? You guys have coins? I love coins." And how long have you been doing it here? I said, Mike has been, when the earth cooled, Mike came out with a coin. I believe that was your first show, right?
Something like that, yeah. Right.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, we still had the hamsters running the wheels for the cameras, yeah.
Exactly. So, and you are a trusted source, which is the reason people come back and back and back, because everything that we present here at HSN has not only your backing, but our entire publicly traded corporation of HSN guaranteeing the authenticity.
Huge deal, because out there in the coin world, I mean, you know, if you're buying them on the internet or out there, it's the Wild West. Like, as I always say, if you want to be a coin cowboy, that's your business. But there are fakes, there's all kinds of things. You need somebody that's been around, that knows what they're doing, that'll stand behind their product, and there are fewer and fewer of those left in the marketplace, and we're #1. This is a perfect example of that.
Exactly, because this is the last 20 years of Indian head cents, 1890 to 1909, and I think Indian head is one of the most, like, we say it, they say it's one thing, but it isn't actually kind of a, but ours, we stand behind it.
Yeah, well, what you have here is I mean, you know, for people of my age, you know, like you said, you know, when the earth cooled, I was just, you know.
We're around the same age, Mike.
That's right. The Indian head cent was always, that was kind of the holy grail when I was a paper boy and a kid. You always hoped to get an Indian head cent.
Right.
Well, that ship has sailed for kids today, because they last made the Indian head cent in 1909. So what we have here is the last 20 years of the Indian head cents. Absolutely original, not reprinted, restruck, or redone in any way, shape, or form. All of them in their own original airtight holders that you see right there. And so you say 1890. So when you're looking at this, you're going, wait a minute. So these are 100% authentic original coins for what really amounts to, by the time you figure in the box and the capsules, about $4 a coin. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Because remember, you're gonna get 20 airtight holders. These airtight holders that hold these coins, look at that. I mean, they are 59 cents a piece. Look at these coins, each one individually hand-selected, just like the day this one was made in 1892.
That's amazing. Okay?
So it's absolutely amazing that you get these and the 20 years. Now, here's the interesting part. So we start in 1890 and go to 1909. Like I said, about $4 a coin, 59 cents a piece for the holders and about 10 bucks for the box. So we're gonna go close to $4 a coin. But if you try to buy these coins individually, you can't get anywhere close to that. The big coin in this collection, in all honesty, is the last coin, the 1909. The biggest reason is in 1909, they actually started making the Lincoln penny. We're all familiar with that. But they made a very few 1909 Indians to finish out the series. That's why when you go to, let's say, a nationally advertised catalog, which I happen to have handy, and to buy this coin individually, if you look at the Indian head cent, and I'm going to go to this, the 1909, because they sell that individually because it's very, very popular, $40.
For one.
For this coin, for the 1909. And if you look at the rest of the coins in the set, the lowest price they basically have in the catalog for any of the ones that they have, and they're missing a couple of the coins, is basically $8.95. And they go well up into the $11.95, $11.95, $12.95, $12.95, $12.50. So 2 to 3 times what we're charging for the entire set. Plus you have to go in there, you have to get that, you got to buy the individual, airtight holders. And so what we do is we have these last 20 years. So this is a way to absolutely positively kind of show American history when you look at these coins.
I think that's key right there, is American history. And you know what's interesting? I was thinking about this, Mike. I always talk to you about whatever I want to talk about it on television instead of off. But there's all this thing like Bitcoin, and no one even has, right? No, don't get you started, right? But nobody even has money in their pocket anymore. I think as time goes on, these kind of things are going to be so valuable. I was in Europe on vacation and where all the fancy jewelry stores are, there was a coin store, like a medallion, like in Europe, it's like so crazy.
It's huge.
Huge over there.
It's huge over there. As a matter of fact, particularly American coins. And if you're looking for coin jewelry, that's what happens to all the Indian head cents. The Indian head cents and the Buffalo nickels all kind of end up in jewelry because they're so, I mean, they're so uniquely and iconically American. When we look at this.
But there's not an endless supply.
Oh, goodness no. I mean, they stopped making these in 1892.
Right,
okay?
There you go.
And so you look at that and you can see that it says United States of America, so simple with the Indian head obverse and just the 1 cent on the reverse. works. And as you can see, of course, the vast majority of these melted down, lost, gone over the course of generations and generations. Yeah. To be able to get every single solitary one of these that you're going to have right here, and they're all going to be in hand-selected, very good to fine condition, every single one of them in their own airtight holder, every single one of them in the custom display box. Like I said, coin by coin, quite easy. Quite easy for you to get well over $200 in this. Like I said, like when you're $40 on this
just for the one coin.
All of these coins are $12 a piece, this first batch right here. So that's first 10 years in this is about $165. Add $9 a piece for the other 9, and that's about $250, $230, $240, $250 is what you're looking at. If you buy them individually, we're gonna give you the opportunity that you're gonna go $1890 to $1909.
And a complete collection is what I was saying.
Well, and that's the cool thing about this. Here's the really cool thing about this, is they didn't make a lot of different mint marks in the Indian head cents. As a matter of fact, they didn't make any mint marks until 1908. So all of these, there is one 1890 Indian head cent, you get it. There's one 1891, 92, 93, 94. Right. And then of course, the turn of the century coin, 1900, always extremely popular and difficult to get that you're gonna get. There's the beautiful 1900, as you can see. And each one of these individually hand-selected, so you still see that beautiful Indian head cent on every single solitary one of these coins. And there you go. There's the 1902 with that, 1903, 1904, all the way on out to the dual year 1909, where they made Indian head cents and Lincoln cents at the same time. This is the first time we've sold this. I think we've had this in about 6 weeks or so. It's very difficult for us to get. People always ask me, what are the most difficult years? Actually, the 1892, 1893 are the coins that are most difficult out of this particular run with these. And like I said, the fact is you look at this, how can I get literally 100-plus-year-old Lincoln cents for $4, for the price of a coffee?
Right,
not even a good coffee.
Or a $40 coin for $4.
Or a $40 coin for or $13 coins for $4.
Yeah.
You know, $9 coins for $4.
Well, you can't, because Mike's your collector. He did the collecting for you.
That's
so
correct.
you're basically getting the entire collection. By the way, there's FlexPay on this, which we do not always do. If you're new to HSN, FlexPay is where you put down a percentage of the total, and we mail you the entire product that you're picking up. And then you'll have 2 more payments of it's $33.32 for this particular collection. So also, if you don't have an HSN card, we are doing a promotion where you get $10 off a single item purchase at time of approval. You can go to hsn.com, put in HSN card in the search, or you can call the 800 number, which is 695-1418, and that's to get the HSN card. An HSN card for which the benefits are extra flex pay all the time on jewelry, beauty, and fashion. But we're going to continue on in our 2-hour coin show with the 2017 MS69. That's PCGS Silver Eagle Dollar. Now, this is an auto ship offer, which I haven't seen. I don't know how many times I've even ever seen this. Well, this is a special auto ship offer. So we're going to move forward 100 years. Okay, so we go from the Indian head cent, this iconically American coin, to another iconically American coin, the American Silver Eagle. When Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law in 1986, he created the most popular silver coin in the world today. They've made it contiguously from 1986 through 2018. What we did here is we had these coins, and if we get a little wide, I want to show you this box back here. The United States government does not sell mint state silver eagles directly to the United States public. They only come in these boxes that you see right here. This is a 500 coin box. It says United States Mint. It only goes through special authorized purchasers. This is a 2017 box that this coin in essence would have come out of. They have these sealed bands on them. So what we did is we were able to buy a box run. So in other words, we got 1 box of every year, and we're able to have them certified, and that's what we did with this. As you can see, PCGS Silver Eagle with the green box, and we have the green ring that's inside that holds the coin in Mint State 69 that you're going to see right there. So you have the 2017 in Mint State 69. This is exclusive to us here at HSN. You can't get the green core or the green monster box PCGS Silver Eagles anywhere but right here. So we have the guaranteed lowest price. And understand, people go, well, you know, you sold a lot of Mint State 70 coins here. I can sell you a Mint State 70 Silver Eagle set. I think current price right now, how much would that be? I'd have to hunt one down, probably 110,000, 125,000, something like that. Let me check my other pants.
Yeah, I'll check, just in case. Yeah, I'm missing that checkbook.
I don't have that on me.
Yeah, my checkbook's good for about the 99 bucks. So what you got right here is this. Now, here's the cool thing about the auto ship. Now, you're gonna do this on FlexPay so you can get this coin. This is the 2017 direct from a US Mint Seal box with the green core that you're going to see there, with the special green monster box label, 100% exclusive to us, guaranteed lowest prices. You're going to get in auto ship then every other American Silver Eagle in Mint State 69. Here's the great part. Your price can never go up, and your delivery's guaranteed. Every single coin, the 86, 87, 88, 89, all only $99.95. Now here's the really cool part. So you get this coin, $99.95. With your first auto ship, we're gonna give you the 2016 coin. We're gonna go backwards.
Okay.
Okay? And with that, we're gonna send you one of these boxes. You have to understand, these boxes are difficult to get. And so we're gonna give you one of the Mint boxes so it matches the box that you have up here. And then when you open up the box inside, we have got two green row PCGS row boxes. We've got two row boxes to put your collection in. Those green row boxes, PCGS row boxes that hold 25 coins each, or 20 coins each, I'm sorry, hold 20 coins each. They haven't been made in years and years, the green PCGS boxes. And so those sell for 20 or 30 bucks. Plus these boxes literally sell for 20, 30, $40 empty. So that's what you're going to be able to house your collection in, is in essence the original box. We've cut a special foam insert, we put the row boxes in there, and that comes with your first auto ship at no additional cost or charge that will hold your entire collection.
I just want to make sure, when do I get my next coin?
Well, every 30 days.
Every 30 days, okay.
Every 30 days you get a coin, and we're just going to basically kind of, I think, ship backwards. We're, in essence, randomly ship.
Okay.
So you're going to get the 1986, you get the 1986. The 96 is by far the rarest coin. By far the rarest coin.
The price doesn't go up
The price doesn't go up.
Okay.
Let's say silver. Silver's near about a 5 or 6 year low right now. It's the only reason I can do this price. Let's say silver goes back to $50 an ounce.
Which
okay, these are an ounce of silver each one, but that means these go to $199. Unless you're in the auto ship, your price can never go up. Your delivery is 100% guaranteed. You stay on, look, the obligation is ours, the opportunity is yours. You may stay as long as you like. You can cancel anytime. We can never cancel your shipments. We can never raise your price. And that's why I've only got about 300 of these complete sets to go around. The reason is very simple. I have to own all of the coins. I have to own them all now. I can't take the chance that silver goes to $100 an ounce, okay? And then all these coins are $200 or $300 or $400 a piece.
We don't know.
So there's 33 coins that are going to come in this auto ship. I'm selling you this one. I own the other 33 coins. They're in the vault for basically 33 months until you get every single solitary one of these. But the key is 100% exclusive. You cannot get PCGS green core, green monster box Silver Eagles. It is the most popularly collected silver coin in the world, and it is incredibly affordable in Mint State 69. That is right here. Mint State 70, all of a sudden you're looking at $3,000 to $4,000 a coin to complete the collection. $3,000 to $4,000 a coin in Mint State 70. So this becomes affordable at only $99, and you can put together your entire collection. Your, like I said, your delivery is guaranteed. Your price can never go up.
Isn't there a price just to have it graded? I mean, graded
$30 a coin at minimum.
Right. So
and then you have to get all these sold out limited edition Eagles.
Yeah, so you're getting everything graded. So a lot of you can jump in for the auto ship. But what you got in your hand there,
Well,
Mike?
another auto ship, because people always said, okay, those are the Mint State coins. How about the proof coins? I've got a proof auto ship well. And here's what we do. You get 2 coins for $299.95 a piece. So you're going to get the 2017 and the 2016. The 16 has the edge lettering on it. That's $299.95. Now here's the cool part, if we can show them this. With your first auto ship, you get that red oak presentation box with your next, and this you get 2 coins every month at $299.95, and those are all the proof coins in proof 69 all the way through. Like once again, your price can never go up, your delivery's guaranteed, and those are the West Point Minted United States original proof coins.
All right, so keep shopping for that. We're going to continue on to the 1881 San Francisco Mint uncirculated Morgan silver dollar at $99.95. Also got lots of FlexPay today, which is nice. 3 FlexPay of $33.32.
This is a really cool deal. And people say, how did you get this? I got an original bag of 1881 San Francisco Minted Morgan silver dollars. Just bought it last week. I've not seen one for about 5 years. They come in canvas bags of 1,000 coins. So they were basically put together in San Francisco in 1881, okay? And they said, we have almost 100 already gone. It's a one-time deal. In other words, once this bag is gone, and we went through, we got about 750 coins. The other ones were too baggy, what we call.
Right,
they were
the bag marks.
The bag marks, and they're in the bag. So when they go around, and they had bag marks kind of on the cheeks, and we pulled out all those coins. Everything else, Mint State 61, 62, 63, there's probably some Mint State 64s in there. And we haven't pulled out any coins for high grade. We had about 600 coins that we're able to do out of the bag that we think were of a specific grade, that you're going to have 100 coins already gone out of this deal. So we have this original bag. So this is 1881. San Francisco minted Morgan silver dollar that looks like the day it came out. And people say, how did you get that bag?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
The Palladium coins that just came out. That's why we got that bag. I'll talk about those in a minute. We have the Palladium $25 Eagles coming out. It is the single hottest coin I've seen in the last 25 years in the United States coin market, bar none. Really? Dealers and everybody are scrambling. They're scrambling everywhere to try to get these, and they have to have the money. Palladium is very expensive. And so they're selling inventory that some of them have been sitting on for years and years and years. So this guy's been sitting on this bag probably since the 70s.
Oh, so he's selling it to get money for the Palladium.
He sold it to get money to get the Palladiums. And I was more than happy to be able to buy a set that hasn't been out there on the market. And when I turn this, the reason I do this is to just show you the luster of the coin, how it looks like the spokes of a wheel right there.
And I don't see any marks on anything.
There's a couple little bag marks in there, but they all have bag marks. If they didn't, this same coin, I have one of these coins in Mint State 69. If someone wants one, I'd take $115,000 for it. There's only 4 in existence, okay? So, so they all have a few bag marks on them.
Do you keep that in your car?
Yeah, I keep that in the console of my car. Yeah,
okay.
No, that goes in the double vault. With that, and I would just want to show you this is a 100% original coin. Now, I look in the nationally advertised catalog. Their Mint State 60 coin, which is kind of a far lower grade. It's uncirculated, but not as nice as this. These are brilliant uncirculated, choice brilliant uncirculated. They're $130. I have an original bag Morgan silver dollar, not reprinted, restruck, or redone. Looks like it was made yesterday, but it was made at the San Francisco Mint right here in 1881 for literally less than $100, folks.
Amazing.
I mean, do you understand the piece and parcel of American history that you have right here in a coin that is stunning, just like an absolutely brand new coin that you can get for less than $100. One-time opportunity. Once these go, first original bag I've seen, not just 81S, period, in probably 5 years.
All right, here you go. 642241 is the item number. Don't forget about FlexPay. Only $33.32 to get home. 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Also available. We're gonna move on to our next item, which is the 1921 Philadelphia Mint MS65 ICG Morgan silver dollar at $149.95. Okay. Also kind of rare there.
Extraordinarily rare.
Yeah.
And the price on this is just stunning. There are 4 major grading companies, PCGS, NGC, NX, and ICG. We sell all 4 grading companies here. The Morgan silver dollar, which this is the last year of issue of the Morgan silver dollar. And if you look at this coin, when you look at this coin, what makes a Mint State 65 coin, which is very, very difficult, only a tiny fraction of all of the existing Morgan silver dollars are in Mint State 65. It's not only that it's a nice, clean coin, but it must be fully struck. So you just saw the 1881 that I had. Look at this coin and notice how she has what we call in the business a puffy cheek. So her cheek is fully struck. Oftentimes the cheek is flat. It doesn't fully strike in the die. Only the first couple of coins in every die actually fill the entire die and get you, like I said, this incredible definition that is guaranteed to be this Mint State 65. So here's what happens. Look, I can say this coin in uncirculated for 79 bucks. Mint State 60, Mint State 62, so on and so forth. But Mint State 65 represents probably 100th or 1,000th of 1% of all the 1921 Morgan silver dollars that were ever made. As a matter of fact, the Morgan silver dollar is one of the single most difficult coins to get in high grade because the United States government was spending all of their time making 1921 peace dollars. Look at the reverse of that coin. This is a coin right here where I would tell you, do the Mike Mezak challenge on this, okay? So show someone who doesn't know anything about coins, because you'd see about this. I've only got about, these came out of a couple of special rolls, okay? I don't have many coins. So show them the reverse of this coin, okay? From 1921, because it looks like it was made yesterday. And ask them, when do you think this coin was made? Because they can't know about coins if they know the reverse of the coin. And if they get within 50 years, send it right back. Okay, just send it right back. If they get within 75 years, just send it right back.
All right.
Because they're going to go, I don't know, 2003?
Right.
2004, look how nice that coin is. No, it's almost 100 years old.
Wow.
Okay, it's almost 100 years old. It's 97 years old at this point. And so that's the amazing part. So not only does this coin exist, not only is it the final year of issue, but the grade on this is absolutely positively stunning. You see Mint State 62s, you see Mint State 63s, and you see Mint State 65s, you just don't see them for $149. And I didn't check ahead of time. I want to look in the catalog. They have a 1921.
This one has 4 FlexPay, by the way.
Yeah, they have a Mint State 60 for $110.
Oh, that, you know, and the difference between a 60 and a 65, I mean, that's
well,
huge.
in a regular Morgan, that's like $110, and the Mint State 65 is $699.
Oh, wow.
I don't think, and here's the thing, I'm just trying, and this is me thinking backwards. I think this may well be the first Mint State 65 Morgan silver dollar I've ever sold here for $149.
Really? And you've got an amazing memory for that kind of
I
thing,
do.
too.
Mint State 63, we sell Mint State 64s here for $179, and I've sold probably 50,000 of those over the course of 20 years.
This is an opportunity buy.
So to get one grade higher, I think if you go to
and $30 less.
$30 less at $149, I'm guessing $299 is probably the lowest price I've ever sold a Mint State 65 Morgan silver dollar, let alone a 1921 certified that you're going to have right there. You put all that together. By the way, red oak presentation box, so that is basically a $19.95 value. You're basically $120. I'm basically the same price as a Mint State 60, certified by one of the recognized grading companies. In Mint State 65, look at the reverse of that coin. I mean, it is almost proof-like. Not quite, because it wasn't that first
It has a three-dimensional, with the way the cheek is puffy. It's a little bit more.
It's fully struck.
Yeah.
And that's what is the definition of that, where you can really see that full cheek that you're going to have.
Does that mean that was one of the earlier coins struck in the
on that die?
On that die.
See, as they rotate dies out, the dies wear out.
Yeah.
And so these Mint State 65 coins, and if I go to Mint State 66, all of a sudden this coin is about $5,000 or $8,000.
Okay.
Okay. Because Mint State 66 is, I think, the total population of those just a handful. Mint State 67 might be the highest graded 1921, so that would be 20 or 30,000, I would guess. Okay. So this is all of a sudden. I mean, you have to understand, once you get into high-grade silver dollars, you're talking about literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right, yeah, but this is, you know, $149.95 and 4 FlexPay, which is, again, we're doing a lot of FlexPay today, which we don't always do on coins. $37.49, we will mail your coin to your house, including your tax and shipping on your first payment. Limited quantity, item number 618339. But we're going to continue on with a really great collection. This is a 10 coin set of 2018 reverse proof 70, which is the perfect condition, San Francisco Mint silver reverse proof 10 coin set. I've never seen this before.
Well, this is a very special coin set. Very special coin set. The United States government, it's the 50th anniversary of the San Francisco Mint making proof coins. Okay, making proof coins. So they decided to do a special set, and they did it in what's called reverse proof. Now, reverse proof doesn't mean that it's just proof on the reverse, okay? It means that the proofing process is reversed. In a normal proof coin, as a matter of fact, I have one right here. Let me show you. This is a normal proof coin. We're going to, I think, sell this a little bit later. The field of the coin is this mirror finish. See that right there? The device or the raised part of the coin is going to be this matte finish or this deep cameo. Okay, that's what it looks like on the front and on the reverse, okay? In a reverse proof, the field of the coin is matte finished and the device or the raised part of the coin is the shiny part. So the proof process is reversed on both the front and the back of the coin. That's a huge deal. The United States government, prior to this set, prior to this year, has released 14 reverse proof coins.
Ever?
Ever. Because they released them one in a special set. So over the last 12 years, they've done 14 special sets, each one with one reverse proof coin in. The average price of those 14 coins is about $2,500 per coin. There are some gold and silver, or some gold and platinum coins in there, so I feel obligated to kind of take those out. They kind of, because of the gold and platinum in there. So of the remaining 10 coins, the average price with no gold or platinum in there, about $500 a coin. So each individual reverse proof coin in certified perfect condition, more than I'm charging you for the set of 10. On top of that, the United States government has never done a complete set of reverse proof coins until right now, which I have right here. Lastly, they only did 200,000 sets.
That's not a lot.
Sold out almost instantly.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, they're long sold out. As a matter of fact, the ungraded, uncertified sets at this point have basically doubled in price, maybe a little bit more even than doubled, depending on.
Before I knew you, I would think 200,000 is a big number, but now I've learned from you that
there's 150 million Americans that collect coins.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 200,000 sets. Now, of the 200,000 sets, there won't be 200,000 perfect sets.
Oh, yes.
There won't be probably 10,000 or 15,000 perfect sets.
If it's sold out instantly, the only way to get it is second-party dealers and
So what happens is I knew this was going to be big, okay? Because like I said, I've been doing this for
because you know everything about
since I was knee-high to a short sheet. And so, of the 20,000 sets, I bought 200,000 sets. I bought 20,000 of those sets. So I bought 10% of the entire mintage. We are out. I have no more sets. I have certified all the sets. We had our first day of issue completely sold out. I had these. I had the 3 coin sets. Because the fact of the matter is they didn't grade all that well. So I've got like this. Here's the Kennedy half dollar. And I want to talk about the Kennedy half dollar here in just a little bit. This is probably the key coin in the set. Now here's the problem. If I can get the left counter here is important, how many I have left. Because that's all I have left at $379. That's it. The price goes up after that because I have to go into the secondary market.
This is from your original purchase.
This is from my original. Of 20,000 sets, I have probably 500 sets is all that remain. We've sold about 2,000 plus sets, 2,500. But remember, the vast majority of these coins did not grade perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Okay, 400. I have 417 left. That's it. Out of all those 20,000 sets that I can do at $379. After that, the price goes up. Now I want to talk to you about the value and collectability and desirability of these coins. So when you look at this, these reverse proof coins, they are unique by finish. As a matter of fact, only 2 of these coins have ever been made before, the Kennedy half dollar and the Roosevelt dime. If you go out there, the only other Kennedy half dollar ever done in reverse proof was done in 2014. You can't buy that coin or this coin. I don't think anywhere in the marketplace for less than anywhere between $100 to $150 a piece, or $37.99. The dime that you see down here, they only did that in what was called the March of Dimes set, okay? When they did that in a special set to commemorate the anniversary of the Roosevelt dime. And so that coin, like I said, is going to be somewhere between $75 and $100, worth $37.99. Every other coin in this collection is unique to its denomination in reverse proof. What that means to me is this is the key coin in the collection. While the Sacagawea golden dollar and this Kennedy half dollar, but you're hard pressed to find either one of those coins at $100 a piece. It is going to be the Lincoln cent that will be the key. The Lincoln cent was first made in 1909. Probably the most famous coin ever made by the United States government is the 1909 SVDB. Selling in top condition for thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, so that we're going to have this coin that you see right here.
What does that stand for? VDB?
The VDB was the designer, Victor D. Brennan.
Oh, okay.
This is rarer than the 1909 SVD. As a matter of fact, that is the rarest S-minted Lincoln cent ever made by the United States government in the history of over a century making the Lincoln cent. It is the only reverse proof Lincoln cent ever made by the United States government. I would make an argument that with 150 million collectors and probably 50 million Americans that collect Lincoln cents in various forms, that this coin is a must-have because it's the only reverse proof coin. So it has to go.
Has ever been made?
That's right, that has ever been made. So it must go in every person's collection. They have done one reverse proof Native American dollar in the history of the United States Mint. They've been making the Sacagawea golden dollar for almost 20 years now. And now you're going to get...
We've had some that we've had during the shows.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then this is a one-year only edition with the Jim Thorpe, and it is only in this set that it comes out in this special reverse proof. Reverse proof never released into circulation. Reverse proof, every one of these coins only available in this set. And then, of course, the Kennedy half dollar, the dimes, and the quarter quarters are all done in solid silver because they are a unique finish. You put that entire thing together and you have a set that is one of the most popular sets available in the marketplace today. They are all certified absolutely positively perfect. That is the final quantity that I have at this pricing of $379.95.
All right, well, we're gonna continue on, but if you'd like to pick this up, the item number is 628-926, and it's $379.95. And remember, perfect condition, perfect condition. So we're gonna continue on HSN.com. We're gonna show you what we've got here live. The 2018 Reverse Proof 70, perfect condition, San Francisco Mint Reverse Proof 3-coin set for under $200. Does it come with the box? Oh, nice.
Well, people ask me, and this is interesting. I'd like
there's like 400 available.
Yeah, I'd like to take credit for this set.
Okay,
I can't.
Well, you can't. Okay.
No. It was a customer said, okay, Mike, I know you're going to sell the complete reverse proof set. It's huge. It's a monster. And I go, yes, you're absolutely right. Well, and I'm going to get that. But what I would like
yes.
is what are your top 3 coins?
Yes.
And I was just telling you, the Lincoln cent, the Sacagawea golden dollar, the Kennedy half dollar are the top 3 coins. Like I said, you can pay more than $199 just for the Kennedy. Out there in this because it is unique by finish and is one of the rarest Kennedy half dollars ever done by the United States Mint. Then you add in the Lincoln cent into that. Then you add in the Sacagawea golden dollar, the only reverse proof Sacagawea golden dollar. You get all 3 of these and you get them in the red oak presentation box, which is a $49.95 value.
I think I was wrong when I said how many we have available. We have, I think, way less than I thought. I think I said 400 something. Yeah. It's only 122. I'm sorry.
400 or 122.
Well, we were looking at the wrong thing, but there's only 122. So like basically a collector said to you, you know what would be great, Mike, is if you could just do the top 3 coins.
Because I'm going to get the set, because I have to have the set. But I'd also like an additional of the top 3. Right. The coins that you think are the best. Well, it's not just me. Everybody thinks these are the best 3 coins in the set. Although I think the quarters are going to sneak up and take a lot of people by surprise, as a matter of fact. So the issue with this is it's the same thing. Because the ungraded, uncertified set has gone up so significantly in value, and only about 15 or 20% of the Kennedy half dollars grade in perfect RP70. Next time I bring this set out after this quantity, we're looking at $229, $249, $279, $299. People are going to say, see, you'll never sell it again. No, I'm going to be selling this forever. I mean, this is one of the great sets ever put out by the United States Mint. But if you've followed us here for a long time, you remember like in 2011, I sold the 2011 reverse proof American Silver Eagle. I sold it for $199 in 2011 right here. Then I sold it for $299. And $399. Today I sell it for $1,299. This is the last quantity that I have that I can sell at my original issue price. I can only sell it at this because I bought and owned the original sets. And I literally, like I said, I quite literally bought 10% of the entire mintage. That's why when you go out into the marketplace right now, it is virtually impossible to find these sets. And when you do, they're double and even more than double the original issue price. And as you can see, I'm already down. I'm less than 10 dozen available. Now, from a costing standpoint, this, of course, is the red oak $49.95.
By itself, just for the box.
So now we're down to $67 a coin. You're not going to find this coin for $67. I don't think you're going to find this coin for $67, and good luck for finding this coin for $67. This coin, as a matter of fact, if you find this coin for less than $130 for this coin, you need to buy it. Now, I think at this point, any of these Lincoln cents in perfect 70 condition that you can pick off for less than $80 or $90, you need to do that right now. So now, when you get these all for $67 a piece, when you count in the value of the box, now you begin to understand the value, the collectability, the desirability. Unfortunately, at this $199 price point, I have the limited quantity that what you saw there. I had 112 or 14 or 15 of those left is all that we had, and that's out of the original 20,000 4,000 sets. We bought, like I said, literally 10% of the entire mintage. And now, of course, we'll be aggressively out there in the marketplace because we have to buy coins that are in original sealed boxes.
Right.
So now that price of the set, remember the $10.50 is silver, is going to be double out there. And so that's going to affect significantly the price of these sets going forward. So I would get these perfect sets right now.
For FlexPay, by the way, $49.99. Your item number is 638,927. We have less than 100 left. Less than 100 people can get it. Now we're gonna continue on with a quick minute special. 2018 San Francisco Mint Reverse Proof 70, first day of issue, America the Beautiful, silver quarters at $169.95.
These are the reverse proof quarters, okay, that came out of that set. If you follow one of the major coin publications, their lead article for the last 2 weeks was how rare the reverse proof silver quarters are in 70.
Are these the ones that are going to sneak up on us?
Yes, these are the ones that are going to, well, actually some of the PCGS block islands have sold over $500 just for the block island and PCGS in 70. I'm doing the entire set, and these are first day, this is the only first day of issues I have left. They're going to come in the red oak presentation box that you see right here. They're all silver, individually numbered sets of 599 match numbered sets. Now, I don't have 599 of those, obviously, to go around. So we're just going to give you a very quick look. So if you want the silver reverse proof quarters, if you want the 5 rarest Washington quarters ever made by the United States Mint, these 5 coins right here.
And at $169.95, you guys can jump on this. We're not going to spend a lot of time here. We don't have a lot for FlexPay, $42.49. So this is coming up as the next item in this hour is the 2018. This is the 70 Annex, first day of issue, limited edition of only 20. I was like, there's only 129. This is the Palladium Eagle.
Yeah, this is the
All
thing.
right. So I get to see one. This is $3,999.95. And if you're flipping channels and you don't know what this is, you got to listen because this is really important.
This is paradigm shifting.
Okay.
This coin right here. This has been, to my mind, the single most disruptive coin that has been released by the United States Mint in probably 20 years, 25 years, something.
What do you mean by disruptive?
It has disrupted the industry. They did not make enough of these coins.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep.
They didn't make enough of these coins.
They didn't anticipate what was going to happen.
Well, no, they did, and they did it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because they released 15,000 Palladium coins last year in mint state condition. If you remember, we sold them here originally for $29.99.95. Those were bullion coins, not proof coins.
What does palladium mean?
Palladium, well, that's what it's made out of.
Oh, it's
palladium's a metal. It's a metal that's 10 times rarer than platinum. Palladium is in the platinum.
It's in the platinum family.
Yes, sure. You have platinum, palladium, iridium. You've got gold, platinum, iridium, palladium, all of those. Well, palladium is one of the rarest of the rare earth metals. I
don't think I've ever presented a palladium.
No, of course you haven't.
Okay.
Well, because
we've only made 2.
They've only made 2.
Right. I didn't
in
know
the history
that.
of the United States Mint. We sold last year's and we sold it out. 3,000, then went to 4,000, sold it at 5,000, and now we're currently out at 5,000 or 5,500.
How much are they worth now?
Well, I don't know. We're sold out at about $5,500. So they released these proof palladium. And I'll talk about the coin here in just a minute. But I want to talk about the disruption that this has created in the marketplace. So the United States government makes this coin available. Now, last year's coin was done in mint state, and it went out through the special bullion distributors. And because we have such great relationships, of those 15,000 coins I was able to get with about five phone calls, okay? With about 5 phone calls, I was able to get about 800 coins. I mean, I went to the 5 big bullion distributors that we do business with. And so that was enough for us to kind of get through. The government didn't do it that way on this coin. On this particular coin, the way the United States government did this is they released this 1 per household. And since I'm one of the biggest customers of the United States Mint, I got a special dispensation and I was able to get 1 coin. Everybody got 1 coin. And
really?
that caused disruption in the marketplace. So it sold out, and of course, so the United States Mint makes it available for sale, and it sells out in About 30 seconds.
So how are you able? I mean, you're gonna have to go door to door to get
Literally,
this.
I have to find.
You had to, every single coin, you had to go to a different household.
In essence, or somebody went to a different household and everybody added a mark on it all the way on up and up and up, and that's the disruption. So what happens is I go out there for an addition of 129 coins that you see right here, and this is first day of issue. Okay, which is exclusive to us here at HSN. So this is the lowest price. So we went out there for 129 coins. With the way these are grading, I needed about 400 coins. So I had to find, in essence, 400 individual people that would give up their Palladium coin in the original government packaging for us to send in and get it graded. And the way we do that is we go to guys that aggregate these, you know, so they get one here, one here, one here, and they get 5, and they sell it to a guy who puts together 50 who sells them to us. And here's where it gets ultimately incredibly, phenomenally disruptive. Guys that I've done business with for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, that we guaranteed, they said, we'll give you 50 coins at this price. And based on that, we set our price here at $39.99.95. Time comes, the coin comes out, sells out in 30 seconds. The government says 5 minutes, but if you weren't in the ordering process in 30 seconds, you didn't get a coin. So I'm calling it a 30-second sellout from the United States Mint. They were calling us, and I go, okay, when am I getting my coins? They said, yeah, we're just not going to do that. We're going to have to charge you more. And I said, well, I've already set my price. I mean, we had a handshake on this, right? I mean, you guaranteed me coins and price, and we shook hands on, you know, a figurative handshake.
Right.
And that's the way the coin business works.
Yeah.
So I have people that have never done this, ever, that said, I'm not going to provide the coins. You have to pay more. I said, well, I've set my price. They go, well, too bad. So we paid more. And then when we'd agree to pay more, they'd call back and say, well, you know, it went up another $100 in the last hour. So we're going to need even more. And in one case, we actually wired the guy the money and said, I still need more. Because the price of this coin, which was expensive, it's an ounce of pure palladium. This is an expensive coin from the United States government, uncertified and ungraded. The price of this coin doubled. So this coin doubled. All of a sudden, uncertified, ungraded, you can easily pay $3,000, $3,200, $3,500 for this coin. So out there in the marketplace, uncertified, ungraded, let alone first day of issue.
Right.
This coin has disrupted the relationships in the marketplace. It has disrupted the marketplace because there was just not enough coins delivered into the marketplace, period.
Can I ask, how do you feel about those people now?
There's nothing I could do necessarily. I mean, I remember that in the future.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I know you well enough to know that you're not going to
we're not going to forget that.
Yeah.
But the fact is we set our price at $39.99.95. So that's my handshake price here.
Right.
So we kept our price.
You kept
because that's what we do.
But you're just,
I can tell you this right now in terms of what we paid. From when we set this price, I paid on average, I paid about $900 a coin more than I had anticipated. So in terms of, you know, our markup on this, it is the lowest markup coin I think I've probably ever sold here.
Really?
In all the years that I've been here, because we held our price. We did what we were supposed to do. Now, the problem becomes, is it has gotten to such a point, and once I get through basically the 129, and then I have a few coins that are non-first day of issue, that's it. I mean, I did have some guys come through, okay, so that I'm able to do this. And that's the key. And that's what I'm assuming this is going to be my final primetime presentation. So now let me talk about the coin. So I talked about, you know, all my trials and travails, which, you know, boo-hoo, nobody really cares. But at the end of the day, now let's talk about the coin and why it's so incredibly popular.
I actually love hearing the stories of how these coins come to be because it shows me the inside behind the scenes of this industry, which so few people have access to.
So what we need to do, and if we can show the quantities, the left quantity, if we could. Because there was 129 coins, and when I originally got this, I didn't even have the 129 coins. I have 50 coins left.
Oh, that's a 50. You know, honestly, I thought
we've already sold
hundreds.
8. Okay, no. There's 129. I have 50 left.
Oh, you've sold 8, 9, 10.
10. Yeah, that's right now. Okay, this is right now. Yeah. So I have 50 left. So I've sold 80 out of the entire edition. Now understand, after first day of issue, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to go or how it's going to go. All I can tell you is
you have a good idea.
It is, yeah, I do have a good idea.
I can tell you.
Okay, I got a couple of these in the safe. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I think this will be one of the single most significant coins ever released by the United States Mint. So let's talk about the coin itself. I want to spend a little bit of time here. It's important. This is significantly important. It's one of the most significant coins ever released by the United States government. It will be the only proof palladium coin, according to the United States government, that they will ever release. Last year was a mint state coin, which is actually kind of a dull, dirty gray. You know how platinum is before it's shined up. So this is, I mean, a true collector coin. So from a coin standpoint, so now you have a coin where the image on this is in essence a mercury dime. It's an old, anytime they redo an American coin, it is always in a different metal or a different size. It always adds tremendous, tremendous, phenomenal collectability. And that's what we've got with this coin. Okay? That's what we've got with this coin. At only $129 in the entire limited edition, available exclusively from us, guaranteed lowest price, $39.99.95. So you have the mercury dime. And it's done, normally when you have palladium or platinum particularly, palladium's poor sister, if you will, it's plated or it's layered because it's so valuable and so hard to get. This is 1 ounce of pure palladium.
This is solid?
This is solid palladium. 1 ounce, 99995 fine pure palladium. Keep in mind that the palladium for these coins, there's only 15,000 of them, represents about 10% of all the palladium mined on Earth for this
I was
year.
going to say, I mean, that's a lot. How do they even get all that palladium?
Well, it's only basically as a process of mining gold. It only comes out. It occurs in the Earth's crust at about 10,000 times rarer than gold. It's mined at about a 30-to-1 ratio to gold because it occurs kind of where gold is. Okay, but they don't always find all the gold. So if you look at that, it's functionally, elementally 10,000 times rarer than gold, but functionally 30 times rarer than gold. Of course, so and if gold is, $1,200 an ounce, this should be $36,000 an ounce by simple math, but it's not. So 1 ounce of pure palladium. Then you have this beautiful mercury dime design. Then you have it done in high relief. Now you have to understand, anytime the United States government does a high relief coin, that is of significant, significant importance.
Do they have to create a die just for the palladium?
Absolutely, they have to create a die just for the palladium.
Because it has a different hardness, right?
Right, and not only that, they have to create a die that creates this high relief so that this coin is very concave, so that you're going to see that. So Lady Liberty jumps out at you. And then the reverse of the coin, which I think is one of the most important parts of the coin, if we may. I'm going to turn that, I think this way is the best way. You may recognize that design or something like that design. What we've got in this design that you see right here is the United States government made the Walking Liberty half in 1916, just like they made the Mercury dime. The designer of that was Adolph Weinman. And the Walking Liberty half dollar, they have that fantastic eagle on the reverse of the Walking Liberty half dollar. But he made a couple of designs. This was a design that they didn't use. They reprised this. This has been sitting in the mint vault for 100 years, specifically now to be used on this coin. And look at this. When I talk about high relief, when I talk about 3 dimensions, that's what you see jumping off of this coin. That's what you see jumping off of this coin is exactly what it is. And then you've got the pure palladium, and you've got the fact that it is first day of issue. It is exclusive to us. You simply can't buy it anywhere else. And you see the 2 designs in the label at the very top of these. And 129 of these are made for worldwide distribution. Like I said, if you look at other first day of issues, like NGC first day of issues, I think are probably, I don't know, $5,000 or $6,000 or $8,000, something like that. So to get a first day of issue is an incredibly important designation within this. I've only aired this one other time.
I was going to ask you, was it in the 2 a.m. show?
It was a 2 a.m. show this morning, and I aired it last week, and I only had a very few coins. Yeah. I was finally able to fill out the edition, even though we literally, my price from the time I sold this a week ago to today has gone up about $250 a coin. I held my price.
You didn't change the price.
For the coins that I have got in stock. So what we've got, what do we have, 50 coins left, 52 coins left, 58 coins left, we have 40 coins. I have 41 coins left in the entire edition, folks. I have 41 coins left, there it is, 41 coins, and so we have 17 of these gone right now. Now I understand, look, I understand it's not for everybody.
Right.
But if you are a serious collector, if you are a collector that understands rarity, collectability, and desirability, you understand what this coin represents. And once again, so 15,000 coins, which, like I said, sold out from the United States Mint in 30 seconds. I mean, that's just unbelievable. And then it has disrupted the coin industry unlike anything else. Many of the items that I have available for sale today were simply because we had the availability to buy platinum and for other people to buy coins that they had so that they could buy platinum, because this is what every customer wants. They want the certified platinum coins. But the problem is they can't get proof 70s. They can't get first day of issues.
Yeah, this is really amazing.
The only way to get a first day of issue individually numbered coin is right here at HSN.
I bet you collectors are buying from us right here now.
Sure, and I have dealers buying from us too, because I know they're going to resell, because you can't get this coin anywhere else. So if you're looking, I don't care if it's PCGS, I don't care if it's NGC or Annex, those are kind of the big three grading companies. I don't care which one of those companies it is. There's only one way to get an individually numbered first day of issue, and that's right here from HSN. Not just for this coin, but for any coin. Of course, comes in the red oak presentation box.
Exactly. That's included. Yeah, because I know dealers do watch the show, and I always can see when they buy, they usually buy like a bunch, you know, like when a couple, 10 or something go. And this is so crazy limited. We're going to take this coin to the top of the hour. Mike and I have a whole, or till sellout, and we have a whole other hour of coins. We have a 2-hour primetime show that we're doing here. So we're supposed to have 7.5 minutes left if we can make it.
Well, we have 40. Well, we just showed you 41 coins. I don't know if we still have 41 coins or not. I understand. I understand what the situation. We're down to 39 coins. So we're basically 3 dozen coins left in the entire edition. And I can extrapolate. Okay, you know, I can get by in math. And I can extrapolate with, you know, we have a lot of people calling in. I have a lot of people, the rarity, the collectability, the fact that this is still my price 1 week to next. Nobody is selling this coin for the same price they were selling it for last week, other than right here. Okay. Nobody can sell this coin anyway. Individually numbered first day of issue, a pure Palladium coin.
That's exclusive.
That's exclusive. This is 100% exclusive to us. I could have made this $49.99.95 and sold it for the rest of the year. We could have sold out the entire edition of 129 coins without any problem whatsoever. But that's not what we do here. Once again, this is my hand. People gave me handshake prices. Said, Mike, we're going to give you 100 coins. We're going to give you 100 coins, 500 coins. Because I need basically to be guaranteed 129 coins. I need to buy 500 coins. I needed to buy 500 coins. Now, you have to understand, with the current price of this, that is well in excess of $1 million.
Yeah.
That's cash money.
Yeah.
Front wire. And even guys that literally, you know, or figuratively shook my hand and said, this is the price. Right. We wire in the money. They said, I'm going to need another $100 a coin. I need another $200 a coin.
You have never said that to me.
You and I worked together for years.
10 years at least. And you and I never said, you've never said that about anybody ever.
I've always been proud of the fact that your word is your bond. Yeah. Okay?
It kind of goes against the whole kind of coin collector, unspoken, numismatic.
It is. It's a very close fraternity.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's interesting. So what I do, I sell literally I've sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of coins, okay? I've never ever signed a single contract to buy a coin.
Is that true?
No, you pick up the phone and you call somebody and said, send me 1,000 ounces of gold. And they say, okay.
Because they know you, right?
Let's just do that. And it's not just me. I mean, that's just the industry. Hey, I have a bag of 1881 S. Morgan silver dollars. You know, what do you want for it? Okay, well, I'll wire you the money. Well, you know, the coins are on the way. It's the way that you do it. Your handshake, your word is your bond. And this has disrupted the industry because guys their word has not been their bond in this. Their word has not
Is
been
that
their
because
bond
they saw the price skyrocketing and they wanted in on it?
Yeah. Yeah, so we're down to 34 coins. So this is going to be, and like I said, I can extrapolate this out. This will be the final primetime presentation of this coin. Anything that, let's say I have 2 coins left or 3 coins left, and I don't think we will, I'll sell it out in a .com, and that's exactly what happened. When I listed this thing, we sold 12 coins last week when I did it before I even put it on the air.
Right.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So what we've got, when I'm down to 30-something coins here, and I know we got a lot of people calling in, and so what happens is I took all of those people's words because it's always been good, and we set this price at $39.99.95. Now, regardless of what happened in the marketplace, I held, like I said, this is my handshake price. Now, my handshake price goes away after this edition sells out, because then I have to reflect what has happened in the marketplace. And I'm assuming, my guess is after I sell the coins that I currently have, I have a few of these and I have a few non-first days, I have a few NGC coins, which I'm gonna show you, I think, next hour. In this same, and I kept the same price. My next jump is going to be $4,500 to $5,000 for this coin. Ooh. If it keeps going like it is. I tracked it. This coin went up about 75 bucks today in the wholesale market. Today.
Today.
Okay, from when I woke up in this morning until I came in today.
Yet your price is the same.
My price is the same. It was the same when I released it. It was the same when we decided on it 2 weeks ago. It was the same yesterday. It was the same last week. It's the same this until this sells out. And then finally I can be relieved of the burden of my handshake.
Right.
In this case, and I'm proud to do it, in all honesty. Look, we have not been here selling coins at HSN for 30 years by being flighty about our prices, by being flighty about the types of things that we do. What we do is we send you quality coins at the best possible price we do. We stand behind our coins. We give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. And that matters because many of these coin companies, if you try to get your money back in 30 days, they may not be there for 30 days, let alone for 30 years.
Yes, true story, yeah.
30-day money-back, unconditional guarantee. Nobody else around is going to give you that on a platinum coin other than me. Another regular dealer, if you buy that platinum coin and you want to return it the next week, they go, we can't do that. There is some other issue.
Sounds like if you buy one coin in 2018, if it's this, then you're,
it's gotta be
you're
this.
a cool
and
collector.
I understand, look, $39.99, $95 isn't for everybody. But we have 29 left in the entire edition. And folks, these will continue to roll in. So like I said, I know for a fact, this is our final primetime presentation on this. This is a crucial coin for you to own. It's absolutely a crucial coin for you to own. And like I said, 15,000 coins made by the United States government, sold out from the mint in 30 seconds. Now, not only do you get that coin, but you get it. Of those 15,000 coins, you now have got a subset of value that is high relief, that is first day of issue, that is individually numbered and certified perfect. So you have a coin that just raw, ungraded, uncertified has doubled in value. You have now added conditionally all these additional designators of value and collectability. The fact that it's certified perfect, which will be a subset of the 15,000. The fact that it is first day of issue, another much smaller subset of value. An individually numbered version, which means there are exactly first day, individually numbered Palladium coins. There are exactly 129 across all grading companies, because these are the only ones. 100% exclusive to us. And when you do something like this, the one thing you want to be assured of is you have got to be assured that you're getting the absolute best price on this. And since it's 100% exclusive to us, I 100% guarantee that this will be the lowest price that you can or will pay, because you can only do it right here.
25
and given
left.
what yeah, we're at 25. 25 is all that is left. We're going to give you an opportunity to get on the line. I'm going to show you the NGCs, I think, when we come back, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to, but we want to show you this again. I think this was very popular, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we're going to give you like a little peek at the 1881 MS65 ICG San Francisco Silver Morgan Dollar, which I've got right here in my hand with a red oak presentation box. $179.95, Mike.
Look at that. Look at that coin. The Mint State 65. Remember I told you, that was a special Mint State 65 deal at $179.95. You can't find that coin for $179.95.
We've got another hour primetime coins with Mike. We'll be back right after this.
The thing I love most about shopping at HSN.
Do I have to pick just one?
I'd have to say FlexPay.
It allows me to get the things I want now
And make monthly payments.
Without any interest or fees.
I got a new mattress for the guest bedroom.
A fabulous cookware set for my sister's wedding.
and a little something just for me.
FlexPay gives me the flexibility to buy what I need now.
Without the stress of having to pay for it all at once.
And no interest.
Beat that layaway.
I grew up always dreaming and wanting to create things.
I see something and I see that we can make it better.
One day, the light bulb just went off. Nobody has this. They're waiting for me to invent it.
Next thing you know, you're on HSN and the whole world's hearing about it.
It just sold out.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
HSN celebrates the dreamers, inventors, and entrepreneurs who follow their hearts, helping American dreams come true.
Being here today proves anything is possible.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.